You've heard how well crypto is doing, and you want to set up a portfolio. How do you do it? Today, we're going to discuss using a large cap coin and a small cap coin as the beginnings of not only how to set up a portfolio for crypto, but as a way to sort of think about adding things for your own investments in crypto, because it's going to go beyond just two coins. But these two coins are a great framework to think about setting up your own stuff, as well as getting some education as to what's out there, large cap, small cap, exciting stuff, new forms of money made in the USA. Want to hear more? Stick with this video. I'm your host, Bill Noble. If you need a roadmap in crypto, subscribe to this channel. Turn on alerts so you know when we're going live. And if the content works for you, if you're an XRP fan, or you're an Antivirus fan, or a John McAfee fan, hit that like button. Now let's start at the beginning. When you build a portfolio, you normally need something that is larger, more stable, yet is exciting enough to have growth potential. Right? So you don't want some boring stock. If you're doing a stock portfolio, you want something that's going to grow, like a tech stocks. Well, in crypto, the new thing is what's American made. The biggest and best American made crypto is XRP, which comes from a company called Ripple. Ripple has relationships with various banks, right? They have been around for a long time. They fought the SEC for 6 years over XRP's status, and they prevailed and became victorious. You know, that was even before the new administration came in with their pro-crypto stance. XRP, to keep it real simple, is a fast form of money. Fast. How fast? Check this story out. From back in 2017, I knew a guy who was very active in Bitcoin trading, right? And back then, you didn't have the type of infrastructure that you have currently for trading. So when there was a lot of volume and a lot of stuff going on, like the Bitcoin networks would slow down. And when he told me once that when he did a Bitcoin trade and he needed to move money, he didn't do it moving Bitcoin. He used it moving XRP, because XRP was so lightning fast going from point A to point B. Now, one of the other things XRP does is it allows banks to lower the cost of doing transactions overseas. You know, it may sound counterintuitive, but you know, the world of banking is not like Zelle when you're moving money across borders. You don't just push a button and it's there. There's a lot of bureaucratic red tape, and banks actually have to hold capital on hand in order to do cross-border transactions. So that may sound crazy, and that's exactly the point. It is crazy. If you're using XRP for cross-border transactions, right, you have a situation where banks save a lot of money. So individuals like XRP, because it's money. It's made in America, right? The administration is going to want to invest in made in America cryptos. Ripple has 1,000 employees. I'm sure the Orange Man is going to look at the Ripple CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, and go, okay, man, how do we get you 10,000 employees? How do we get you as big as, say, a large investment bank? They need growth. They, as in the U.S., to get their way out of their debt problem. What's the best way to grow? Well, investment. Get the private sector growing. What's the biggest private sector advantage for the United States? Crypto, Web3. What's the most exciting American-made thing in crypto? XRP, most likely, right? I mean, Bitcoin is exciting because Bitcoin is going to be this international renowned form of money, or like a store of value like gold. But XRP has massive growth potential. XRP's market cap, in other words, the total value of all the XRP out there, is like 200 billion, right? The total value of all the Bitcoin that's out there is like 2 trillion. And if you put the 7 biggest tech stocks together, I don't know, that's over 10 trillion in value. So XRP is big in crypto terms, but when you look at like big investments like tech and all that, XRP has a lot of room to grow, particularly if they got support from the Orange Man directly. Now, the other thing you want to talk about in crypto is community. It is unbelievable, the fan base, that's literally the word I would use, the fan base that XRP has. XRP throughout the years has been championed by various YouTube influencers. It's a way to rebel against the government, the SEC. It's got a very low dollar price. So if you look at it, you're like, wow, XRP's at $3. That's cool. I can get myself 100 XRP versus, people look at Bitcoin, and even though you can buy fractions of coins, people look at Bitcoin and go, wow, that's a big sticker price, and they gravitate towards XRP. XRP has a huge following. It literally is a fan base. Like, all you have to do on YouTube is go XRP, and everyone gets excited. So think about this narrative, right? You have a large cap coin with massive growth potential, right? It could go from 200 billion to 500 billion in value, or it could go from $3 to $6 to $8, $10, $15 a coin. All these things are not ridiculous. They are all realistic. And if XRP was as big as, say, a Magnificent 7 tech stock like NVIDIA, XRP would be over $50. Now, that may be pie in the sky, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not, right? If you're going to set up a crypto portfolio, you're going to take risk. Crypto can move in 30 and 40% increments. That's at the big cap level in a month. Now, I'm not expecting that from XRP because the whole American Made thing has created a situation where XRP goes up and sits. Then it goes up and then it sits, which is very reminiscent of the mega bull market in Ethereum back in the old days of crypto. So you have a positive fundamental story, a really good community, right? A valuation story, right? You have good price action. So there's a case for XRP. Now the question is, if XRP is the main dish, if XRP is the steak, what's the side dish? What's the dessert? What's on the... what else is on the menu, right? I mean, you know about Bitcoin already. You know about these things. You don't need me to tell you that. Well, I got an idea. I got a wild idea. It's so wild that people, ironically, who are in crypto, who should get it, don't. And this is called Antivirus. Now, you may remember John McAfee's antivirus program. Maybe you had it on one of your computers. Maybe you still do. Intel bought the company from him. So once upon a time, there was a guy named John McAfee, and he had this wild career in tech. He had a wild personal life, right? One of the most famous things that he did was he slept in an office to make the McAfee Antivirus program. That program, so back in the day, it took a computer operating system, which was brand new back in the day, took the operating system apart, pulled out the virus, and then put the operating system back together again. And that was for, virus after virus. So as the viruses, evolved, so did the program, amazingly. Now, he slept in an office for 2 years to make this thing, 7 days a week. And then after he was in business for like 3 weeks, they had 10 million customers. And, he became famous and the company went public. And then after the company went public, he became disillusioned with big tech in general. He did all kinds of things with, I guess you could say hacking, and he got in trouble with Uncle Sam, and he moved to Mexico, and he built schools and cafeterias for kids, and got in trouble wherever he went. But he wrote the Declaration of Cryptocurrency Independence in 2018, where he talked about how your money is not going to work at the grocery store one day. He talked about how sovereigns, governments don't necessarily have your interests at heart when they print money or bail out banks or whatever it is they do. And he was a big proponent of crypto and how to use crypto in his life as, you can call it James Bond on the run. Literally, it was like an action movie, right? You can't replicate this. Now, what does this have to do with a crypto portfolio? So check this out. Obviously, you've heard about the AI theme. Everyone's like, oh, the AI news is DeepSeek, or somebody has a better language model, right? Somebody's model can write a better term paper. Robot, who cares? John McAfee's people have figured out a way to use AI to create what they call an AI agent, which is just an AI program that does something on its own. And this AI agent is going to pretend like it's John McAfee and tweet, and eventually podcast and interview. But it's going to be on Twitter or on social media, and it's going to come up with its own tweets, and then you're going to reply to those tweets, and then it's going to reply to you. So guess what? This coin is a part of an ecosystem where John McAfee, arguably the most famous crypto influencer ever, arguably the first one, because he talked a lot about crypto, right? That's how a lot of people who bought Bitcoin originally, they bought it listening to John McAfee talk about how important crypto was. So I digress. They're bringing him back to life, right? And there's an associated meme coin. Now you're like, well, what's a meme coin? Well, it's kind of like a baseball card, right? It's something that's like, okay, this coin represents an image of that person. Now you're like, come on, Bill, this is a portfolio video. It can't be just a meme coin. You're right, it's not. The project, Antivirus, the ticker symbol for the crypto is AINTI. All right, phonetically, it's AINTI. Ain't I wonderful, okay? The antivirus token is going to be used as a form of money to buy privacy services, because John McAfee's big thing was privacy, that the prying eyes are watching, right? That, Skynet or whatever AI is going to be available, is going to be prying on you. And that, Silicon Valley has got your data and uses your data to make billions. So McAfee had all these ideas like, for example, scan a SIM card and get your phone operating so no one's listening or no one can see your text messages. Or buy a gift card and, have nobody see that you bought the gift card. Or how about an email, right? You want to send an email and you don't want to have every Silicon Valley company reading it so they can send you advertising. Or, you're in the Metaverse or you're in an AI world, which is coming a lot faster than anyone thinks, and you just want to keep it to yourself. Well, guess what? The general public is going to be able to take the antivirus token and purchase services that John McAfee wanted people to have, like the SIM card for private talking, for the email, and the gift cards. You're going to be able to use antivirus to buy these services. Now, from an investment point of view, let's think about this. This is a way of onboarding people into crypto and privacy. Antivirus is now a massively better investment idea because Donald Trump issued a meme coin that Trump is now accepting for Trump merchandise at Trump hotels. And eventually you're going to be able to pay with his wife's meme coin, Melania, I don't know, maybe one day at a major department store, who knows? But meme coins as money is real. We need new forms of money. This is what the Bitcoin story is about, which I'm sure you've heard about. It's what the XRP story is about. So that's what the first part of the video was on. And now it's about, hey, how can I get this new form of money that's really low cap? It's really volatile, right? It could go massively higher or it could go to zero. All small coins are like that. Just for a disclaimer. And I own Antivirus. Right, I own it. And I own XRP for that matter. All right. Now, with antivirus, if you have a situation where this AI agent gets rolling on Twitter, because right now, as of this recording of this video on February 1, we're still waiting for Twitter to say, yeah, it's okay to have an AI agent of a dead guy tweeting. Now, I personally believe it's going to happen, because, Twitter's just got to come up with a policy for it, and it's inevitable. A lot of people don't necessarily believe what's going on with this token, but I've spoken to the head of the project on the phone. I've spoken to McAfee's widow, right? Janice. This is happening. This is real, right? They want his beliefs about crypto to be out there. They want his mission and his legacy to mean something. And to these people, it's personal. Right? John McAfee was eventually, arrested and imprisoned for tax evasion, right? On a personal level, which is weird because his antivirus paid, I don't know, millions upon millions in taxes. So, Uncle Sugar did get their pieces of pie from John McAfee, but they chased him all over the world. He got arrested in a Spanish prison and mysteriously passed away inside the prison, and his wife had trouble getting the body out somehow. He had to fight the Spanish court to get the body out. What's up with that? So the mystery of McAfee, right? This sort of like James Bond on one hand and the Thomas Jefferson of cryptocurrency on the other hand makes him a character that you just can't replicate. It's not another dog or cat meme coin, right? It's a real individual, a real spirit. And the project has, writings and videos and things to train the agent that aren't publicly available. So it's not like you can just wake up one day and have a copy of this because it's being marketed by his widow and the people who are putting all this together, namely the products that he wanted people to have. Those are McAfee's people. So you can't just like randomly copy this. I mean, in crypto, you can always come up with some BS way to copy something, but this has the stamp of the original people, right? And again, it's so unbelievable that you're going to bring a dead guy back to life to tweet about crypto, especially since everything he told you years and years ago was right, and especially since there's plenty of room to criticize Silicon Valley and all these various characters, you know, building these models at rapid speed, right? I mean, McAfee was questioning big tech in the 90s. I think he would look at it today and go, are we thinking about what we're doing here? So you got to seriously think about the impact of a dead guy coming back to life, tweeting, then doing podcasts, because that's kind of the path the project wants to go on. It's like, we're going to bring this guy back so you can interview him, talk to him. I mean, these things are being developed now by other companies, like how to make somebody a hologram, how to make somebody talk on a podcast. This is happening. This is the lesson of the recent DeepSeek, episode where everyone's like, oh my God, there's a better chatbot out there. Not realizing that, that type of moment, there's going to be 1,000 of those type of moments before Skynet, as in sentient AI, as in artificial superintelligence, introduces itself to the world like in some movie. That's eventually coming. In the meantime, let's have some fun. Let's make some money, right? If John McAfee comes back to life, you have something that drives a meme coin, which is attention, right? The attention that this can get is unbelievable because McAfee was an internationally known, notorious, and intellectual figure, right? Like your computer runs now because of John McAfee. So if he comes back to life, in effect, and crypto gets hot and the general public wants privacy, a coin with a market cap as of this video of 10 million. 3 days ago, it was at 4 million, okay? Now, upon launch, the high was 80 million in total valuation. So how much room does Antivirus have to go up? I don't know. I looked at a dog coin this morning that had a value of 150 million. That means, whatever John McAfee's coin is trading at today, it could be 10 times higher just getting to the valuation of a popular dog coin. Never mind what happens if it became as big as Trump or DOGE. So this is a indirect way of using fancy finance language. The word in fancy finance is asymmetric upside, meaning you do have risk because it can go to zero, right? But what's the upside, right? The upside is it goes from, 10 cents and not investment advice, but it could go to $1, right? That's a $100 million valuation. Or it could go to $5, right? In other words, you can have meme coins like PEPE the frog. I think PEPE the frog at the high was like, 8 or 10 billion. This is nothing more than a coin of a frog that people may use as money and can, but it just became popular and it was just something that crypto does. Strange, right? So you can have dogs, cats, and frogs trading at multi-billions, but an AI agent, a cool new theme, an agent meaning an AI program that can do things by itself or interact with humans or other AI projects, trades at, 10 million. So if you build a portfolio, right, back to the original story, your portfolio is going to be mostly large caps. This one video is about XRP. So you have XRP, or you have Bitcoin, or you have Solana, and you know what these coins are. XRP warrants a little bit more of a narrative, but if you combine XRP into a portfolio and you throw in a little bit of antivirus, right? You can buy it through the Solana ecosystem, which we'll do in another video. But if you have 1 to 2% in something highly speculative, right? So if you're a stock person, maybe you remember back in the day when everybody was doing like, green plant stocks, if you follow what I'm saying, right before everybody made that legal. That was the hot new way to speculate back then. Now it's going to be in AI agents, in forms of crypto that can be multifaceted. So why not investment advice, have a little bit of asymmetric upside in your crypto portfolio? So in sum, you want to have a Bitcoin that can grow. You want to have a Bitcoin that acts like a tech stock. It's big, but it can get bigger, a lot bigger over a period of years. And the XRP is fast money, and pretty much we all need an alternative, right? Dollar, euro, yen, sterling, Swiss franc, Canadian dollar, Aussie dollar. We need new money. Bitcoin gets the headlines, but XRP is made in America. And antivirus, well, you know what? There is no other substitute for John McAfee. He was one of a kind. He was a one-of-a-kind human. Now he's going to become a one-of-a-kind AI agent, and he's going to help teach people. And anyone who gets this early gets asymmetric upside.